Dishonored is a first-person stealth game released in 2012, which mixes fantastical powers with a dark, plague-ridden steampunk-esque world known as Dunwall. And it is my all-time favorite stealth game, bar none. It tells the story of a man who loses everything and has to fight his way through the plague-ridden streets of the land he once called home in hopes of saving the daughter of his lost love and clearing his name in the process. However, the path he takes could be one full of mercy and forgiveness, or one of a man hell-bent on revenge. Whichever path he takes, hopefully it won't end.
Corvo, if only there was someone else I trusted to send, so that you could remain near. But there is no one else, and the Spy Master was right to insist that I send you. The plague has taken so many, and we must find a cure. When you are near, my heart is at peace. Emily and I will count the days until you return. Hurry home, and bring good news.
Dishonored begins as Corvo Attano arrives at Dunwall Tower, 2 days ahead of schedule, with news regarding the other nations and their plans to blockade the city of Dunwall with its newly rising plague crisis. Opting to wait the crisis out and let it solve itself via either annihilation of the plague or the people it's infecting.
Superstition. For all we know, there's a cure for the plague by now. Maybe. We live in strange times.
Upon arrival, you're greeted by Emily, the daughter of the Empress who insists you play hide and seek with her, but we ain't got time for that shit. So we tell her to skedaddle and head up to give the Empress the bad news. However, her luck seems to be god-awful, because not only did she learn about the other nation's plans to watch her people suffer, but her child was also yoinked and she got kebabbed for her troubles. And as you hold her, the light fleeting from her eyes, she uses her last strength to beg you to save her kid.
Won't you? Corvo.
As this fucking weasel comes up and pins the blame for all of this shit on you. I fucking hate this guy.
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession, and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak. And that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
After 6 months of being locked away in a cell, being tortured, day in, day out, with Tweedledee and Tweedle dumbass gloating about how they pinned everything on you, and they're gonna off your shit smooth for your troubles, you're finally given a chance to escape, and you're given your first real choice of the game. See, these men, they know nothing of what really happened to you. They all believe you killed the Empress, and they're doing their jobs as such. But they're also the same men who sat back and watched as you had the skin on your body slowly cooked. So what should you do? Should you choose the way of peace, opting to spare them with some minor throat pain, or head down the path of darkness, set down a street of blood? See, I'm not a saint. I'm just a man, and truth be told, there's only one thing in this world that matters to me now, and they're in the way. As I fight my way through, leaving nothing but a trail of bodies in my wake, edging closer and closer to my goal of freedom, I begin to feel joy. For months, I've been tortured for something I didn't do, forced to watch these men look upon me in disdain, but now I'm the one looking down on them, and I'll use their corpses to build my goal. Arriving at the prison exit, explosives in hand, we blow a hole through the front door, allowing us a chance to escape as we head to the sewers. And this is where we get the absolute best weapon in this game. My sweet, sweet baby crossbow. See, this thing, it starts off decent. You know, it's just like a standard crossbow, hit someone in the head, they're dead. But it can be upgraded to be the most unreasonably broken part of this game, outside of, time bend. And I absolutely love it. See, whether you do high or low chaos, this bad boy's got it all. It's got normal bolts for stealth kills, flaming bolts to watch your enemies burn, sleep darts to slump a motherfucker, and with the most broken is the sleep darts, bar none, since all you need is a one-time purchase of 600 coins, and you can get the combat drug upgrade, which will suddenly turn 3v1s into a stab a bitch in their sleep sim. The only downside being its low ammo quantity. With the only downside being its low ammo quantity. I got lobotomized there for a second. Sorry about that. Anyways, back to the story. As we head to the sewers, we get to the exit, we meet our boy, the absolute greatest character in the whole game, Samuel. Samuel takes us to the Hound's Pit pub, where we meet this mysterious group who set us free upon the world. And it's here we meet a few key characters. We meet Sid the Sloth, great value boost Wayne if he was a broke boy, and my boy, the man, the myth, the autistic legend, Piero. He's the man whose genius gave us the most broken weapon in the game. See, it's here at this point, super early on, that you get your first taste for the background world building in the game. It throws stuff such as letters and notes at you that, while not necessary to the story, really help flesh it out. Here we experience just how much of a petty bitch Piero is by reading an excerpt from his own letter, where he straight up calls Sarkov, who's the other genius in the world responsible for the OG elixirs we used to heal up, bitch made, and primitive, stating that his elixirs are for more civilized scholars, and Sokolov's are for primitive men. And we also learn that Piero is a bougie bitch who likes to spend money like it grows on trees. Slay, queen. Slay. Anyways, the gang wants us to off some people's shit, so we go get some rest in preparation for the chaos to come.
Sleep well.
What the fuck? See, Upon sleeping, we awake somewhere where gravity's a little foggy, the men a little dank, with soulless eyes and massive
Your life has taken a turn.
powers.
You into the void.
It's here we meet a man known only as the Outsider. He recaps our failure, non-consensually tats us, gives us magical shadow powers, and then has us fulfill his darkest desire in coming to find him. Erotically, I guess. Look, the way he said it, it was fruity as hell, so I'm just assuming that he wants to do something dastardly to us when we ain't looking. But he gives us the power to stop time, so it's chill, all right? While looking for him, we're able to see various events unfold in a strange, broken landscape where time seems to stop. We see things such as our dead lover, Sid the Sloth's brothers manhandling a little girl, Mr. Clean crashing out over a game of Settlers of Catan, wonderful soldier whose sweet, sweet, innocent heart decides to help these cold men, finding some warmth in theirs, and also in their bodies. After some wandering around, we find a ruin full of the Outsider's essence that we can use to evolve and obtain new powers, all of which can be broken, some more than others. But we actually wake up this time with fresh ink and a fresh perspective on life. See, when we wake up, for whatever reason, we're surrounded by a bunch of bones and items that were not there when we went to sleep. Like, seriously. Did one of the maids come into our room while we were just conked out and just, like, clutter it up on purpose? Not that I'm mad, though, because I'm gonna steal their shit for real. See, this thing here, it's called Bone Charm. It's an item ridden with magic that grants minor buffs, such as more mana, stronger lungs, eating rats, and many, many more. My favorite one's eating rats, because I'm a gluttonous bastard. They really only give minor buffs, but they can be game changers. Things that help with regaining health, mana, make you stronger. They're all super useful, even if the boosts are only minor. After stacking up on some calcium, we head out to go complete our first mission and off High Overseer Campbell. Some woman also wanted us to save her dog or some shit. Look, I don't really care too much. I just told her we would, so she'd back off and I could go do my quest for vengeance. Anyways, after arriving at the distillery district, I began hunting every single being I could find, leaving a trail of bodies in my wake until I came across a kind old lady offering me some gifts to do the easiest job ever, take out some gentleman callers, and let's just say things got a little crispy. After Grandmama gave us our gifts, she kindly offered yet another rune for the low cost of causing countless slow, painful deaths via plague-ridden elixirs. So, like, obviously we poisoned that bitch and went about our day. I mean, come on. It's Grandmama. What were we supposed to do? As we traveled further and further into the district, we came across a friend named Jeremy. He helped us out by distracting some enemies, making it easier for us to slaughter them and break into our destination, except he really didn't, because he was just a decapitated head. But all in all, things went pretty smooth. We fought some dudes, left some corpses, swapped some poisons, saved that one chick's uncle because I wanted a prize. Was not worth it. We then broke out, and that was that. Our first target, High Overseer Campbell, was down. And now we get to hunt down Sid the Sloth's brothers, the Pendletons. Really, there are only a few things to note about this area since it's basically the last mission, but different. But to be fair, when you're playing on High Chaos, there's not too much different from mission to mission. It starts with a new enemy type, the Tower or some shit. Not gonna lie, these things, by far, my favorite enemy in the game for one specific reason. You can rewire them to do your bidding, and damn does it feel nice. But I kind of got distracted while planning to meet a new side character, Slackjaw. Now meeting him, it's necessary to beat the mission while you're not trying to kill, but we want to get our hands dirty, so he doesn't really matter to us in the grand scheme of things, though I wanted him to live. because some endgame shit, funny as hell, so he gets to survive for today. Anyways, after meeting that bitch, getting jumped by some assassins, and slaughtering a bunch of soldiers, learning just how dangerous grenades are after blowing some poor dude's shit smooth off, I eventually made my way to the Golden Cat. The Golden Cat is a very, very well designed area, full of fun interactions, and my favorite one being the interaction you can have with the art dealer. See, the art dealer is located in the silver room of the Golden Cat and is strapped into an electrical chair, blindfolded for some fun, erotic play. And it's here we can get the combo to a safe, which we kind of just brute force earlier because I forgot he had the save combo. What I didn't forget, though, is you can electrocute this man over and over, and he easily gives up information that would get him slimed out without our help. But you know, we kind of got to help him out by pulling the lever again, and again, and again, until we fry his shit, and he takes a wonderful forever nap. He's nice and sleepy. We also find a small child off the third ugliest motherfucker next to his brothers, off the second ugliest motherfucker using poorly built pipe systems, and finally got around to using the tower to kill his old friends and left. Like a ghost in the shadows, never being caught nor seen by a single person. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This next mission, I was sick as fuck, so it was mad rush, but basically, broke in, kidnapped the motherfucker, dipped. All while mad congested and very feverish, because the grind don't stop. Anyways, it's the next day, I was feeling grand, and now it's time to attend a lovely party full of rich, scummy bastards. The mission starts off like any other. I torture a guy for info, we head out to the boat, sneak into a party, gun down a rich guy, no one gave a shit, killed some men, had a panty raid, got caught offing some dude shit smooth, got frustrated, went on a psychotic murder rampage, playing through a poor maid who was just unfortunate enough to come across me at my weakest moment, played with some rats, taught the man how to play catch with some locals, and finally left on a romantic boat ride with my boy Sam. See, as fun as this game is, it has one major flaw. It is so friggin' repetitive. It's just kill someone, leave. Kill someone, leave. Over and over until it comes to a climactic end at the place where you last saw the Empress's lifeless corpse as you finally run your blade through the fucker who stole away your life. Of course, that is only on high chaos, since your goal is to take the easy route and kill everyone. But if you're trying to save everyone, or, you know, do low chaos, the way you play, the routes you take become more intricate and beautiful. A prime example of this is at the first mission. Instead of poisoning Campbell in mission 1, you can instead brand him for life. Or with the sloths, you could get to Slackjaw, you can help him out, get the combination to the safe, and he will cut their tongues out and send them to the mines. Also, shave them bald, because fuck them in particular. See, it's these different ways, it's these differences that definitely made me happy that I went back and replayed the game, and why I will try to cover the differences in the game based on routing going forward, with High Chaos, of course, being my canon, because that's the one that I played first. Anyways, in spite of the game's simplicity, it still manages to be... Oh, thank you. It still manages to be my favorite game, simply because no matter how repetitive it is, the powers, the movement, the stealth, it all comes together to be this beautiful masterpiece. Anyways, I'm not feeling great, but tomorrow we get to take Emily to the throne so she can don the crown. So let's just get some sleep.
Samuel, you move like you've been drinking. Did the poison work its magic? Is he dead?
It better have worked. It cost me a month's profit.
Yes, sir. I believe Corvo has breathed his last. Just as you wanted.
You've done a fine job, then.
Remember, we need the body. If we come forward with the corpse of the man who murdered the Empress, we'll be greeted as heroes.
Yes, it'll grant us legitimacy. We'll be the men who rescued Emily and brought down the Lord Regent and his assassin. You'll see to the body, won't you, Samuel?
Yes, sir. Why I keep sticking my neck out for you eludes me. But I only gave you half the poison, Corvo. They were watching me do it, but not close enough. Maybe you'll survive it. I can hardly blame them for turning on you, after all the people slaughtered in the name of this cause. Those are crimes of state. And maybe they figured it'd be too hard to control Emily with you around. Could be they're right on that score. I'll drop you in a boat, and then I've got to ship out myself before they smother me in my sleep. That's the next thing. Makes the most sense. If you're lucky, you'll wake up and find your way out of this doomed city. If not, well, goodbye.
This is the one who was with the Empress when she died. Poisoned. Tivian stuff. Amateur work. He'll live. That's up to Dowd.
I know a great deal, bodyguard. I recognize those marks on your hand. A gift from your friend. The one who talks to you in the dark. Talks to you when you visit his shrines. I visited those shrines too. And I know what it felt like to shove a blade into your Empress. But I don't know you. Who you are, and who you fight for. You're a mystery, and I can't allow that.
Now, look, I've been a D1 hater of great values to the Sloth and his goon crew for as long as I can remember, but for whatever reason, I somehow forgot this actually happened, and it genuinely sucked me off. Pissed me off in a way that I struggle to describe. Dude, these Ferrarian slips, man. Totally not me telling you to subscribe. Anyways, it's such an obvious twist, yet somehow I not only forgot about it, but I didn't even see it coming until it was too late, and my screen started getting all fuzzy. And the fact I was not only dumb enough to forget, But these motherfuckers were dumb enough to turn on the monster they set free. It genuinely lit a fire under me that not even Poseidon himself could extinguish. And now I have new targets. Starting with the motherfucker who threw my baby down a hole. After some light looting and more bodies, I managed to save my baby from the cold, damp hole she was in and used her to commit the swiftest acts of genocide you have ever seen. Killing my way through the first boss fight of the game. Druid, Dryad, fucking dickweed. Anyways, he is this all-powerful assassin with the same powers of the Outsider, just like us, granting him the ability to slow time, teleport, to ignore odd time bending, and is a genuine tank. Sleep darks, ineffective. He laughs off spring razors. Grenades are too slow, and bullets seem to graze off of him. With no clear weakness, he seems to be this unbeatable monster who stands between us and revenge, and there's nothing we can do to stop him. Nothing except... Yeah, see, he's meant to be this super powerful monster, but he's like... He's kind of dumb. So, if you have a crossbow with a switch that can shoot like 10 bolts a second, he kind of sort of just like dies without much effort. But in his defense, though, it does take like 8 bolts to put him down, so good on him. You then get the choice to spare him or kill him after he sort of just whines about how killing your wife hurt him more than you for like 3 minutes. I let him speak his dialogue, but it was basically in one ear, out the other, as we gave him a rapid lobotomy and went about our day. And if you're in low chaos, all it takes is a little pressure on the windpipe and he's down for the count. After that, we break into the city, learned Granny Rag's secrets ingredient to the alphabet soup and helped her cook, got a gift and swam through shit water and dipped. I know I kind of glanced over it for a moment, but yeah, Granny Rags, a bit of a cannibal. Yummy, right? Anyways, at this point, your choice between high and low chaos truly begins to deviate in a spectacular fashion. See, once you get the key from Granny and you head deeper into the sewers, you come across hordes of Weepers, which, during my second playthrough, I was expecting to have to sneak my way through, only to hear voices over cries. See, at this point, your actions in this world have truly begun to take shape. As if you opt for chaos, your evil intent spreads, and when you come across this encampment of survivors, they've all died and turned into Weepers. But if you chose peace throughout your playthrough, they're all still alive, and the entire way the end of this game plays out, it changes as well, which I'm sure it's a simple thing to do, but it's just so cool to me that they made your choices not only affect the way your game ends, but even the way the game plays in the end. Some key ways this takes place are the survival of the chick whose uncle we saved, day one. See, if you choose violence, she kind of sort of just dies off screen with everyone else, but if you don't, then Sid the Sloth, or one of his goons, feels bad and tells her not to come to school tomorrow, and you find her hiding away in a clock tower. We also get to use this cool machine to cook every hostile in a 10-mile radius like Thanos when he snapped his fingers, or if you want peace, you kind of sort of hit them with the power word night-night and they just slump over. But after one last boat ride with our boy Sam, he tells us we're scum, which genuinely hurts. And it's the whole reason I did a low chaos route directly after, because I love my boy Sam and I wanted him to love me back, and in low chaos, he does. But anyhow, we enter the lighthouse where everything has gone sideways. As sideways as it could possibly go. See, Sid the Sloth, he got shot and dies before we can get to him, and Timu Bruce Wayne tried to Kurt Cobain himself before we could. He was less successful, and we got the satisfaction of offing his shit. We then killed our way to the lighthouse, where we saw Havoc, or Havelock, whatever his name is, fighting with Emily off in the distance. And I'll be honest, at this point, I had been streaming for like 5 hours. It was 12 at night, and I low-key forgot he had dialogue. So I sort of just sniped him across the map and ran to Emily, where I totally didn't miss the platform while running. And I mean, seriously, how could you possibly do that? Anyhow, we save Emily. She's a little murder hobo like Papa, and we get the violent ending where my man's died alone at sea and mutiny runs rampant. See, I didn't like that very much, though, so I just decided to replay the game to get the good ending, which is what you're seeing here. In the good ending, with low chaos, if you will, you come across the lighthouse and it's bright. Weather is sunny. Our boy Sam, he loves us. There are fewer bad guys than in higher chaos, and it's not in shambles. It's also significantly easier to sneak through. And once you get to the top of the lighthouse, you see a guilt-ridden Havoc that poisoned Batman into the sloth, and he's rambling to himself about how good of a man we are. When he sees us, he says, "Kill me, please," and then gives us the key. And obviously, we don't kill him because we chill like that. And we save Emily. We get the good ending. We have drinks with our boy. And I can finally bring this chapter of my childhood to a close. See, it's hard fully to say just how much this game means to me. See, I don't remember much of my childhood. I always kind of struggled with a lot of things from what I do remember. And I wanted more than anything to just not be me. In games like this that allow me to get so deep into the roleplay, into the act itself, games that allow me to feel like I'm not just some child playing a video game, but I'm the actual character, they'll always have meaning to me. And that's why this is my favorite stealth game by far. Because though the story it tells is simple, it's something we can all understand. Anyways, I'm going to leave this video here before I start getting sappy and sentimental. So, yeah. If you enjoyed, subscribe. And, peace out. Hi. If you've made it to this point in the video, first off, I want to say thank you. I know it was a long one. Trust me, it took me a long time to get everything put together and done. But I also just wanted to say thank you. And if you enjoyed, to subscribe, leave a like, all that. I know I put a little bit in there with the Freudian slips and all that, but I figured if you made it this far in, you probably want to hear my sweet, succulent voice a bit more. Also, before you go in my comments saying, "Oh, this isn't the best stealth game ever. Yeah, there's like fucking Metal Gear or whatever." I get that. But this is, to me, the best stealth game ever. That's why it's an opinionative piece and it's going to have an opinionative title with an opinionative intro. Yeah. Also, sorry it took so long, and sorry that I'm slapping this little bit on at the end. I'm trying to keep it brief, so yeah, but it's 11:47 p.m. and I literally just finished editing this. So anyways, I don't want this video to go any longer. So bye. And again, thank you.